Hello everyone, Kayla here, and this is What the Kink, a natural hair channel where I share my personal hair journey and tips, tricks, and product reviews to help you with your own. Welcome back for another Detangle and Talk. I know that this video may bring in viewers who are not familiar with me, this channel, or even this genre of video. So I do want to just take a second to explain that this is a natural hair channel, in the meaning that my hair does not have a chemical straightener done to it, and so it is its natural texture. Because I had a video where Shorty tried to argue me up and down about natural hair and what that really means, and that natural hair is not a part of Black culture. So I'll let y'all know that. And then second of all, I am playing in my hair during the video because it's a detangling talk, so we detangle while I talk, okay? Anyways, let's get it started as I normally would. The detangling part of my hair is being done with the Adwoa Beauty Blue Tansy Reparative Conditioner. This is the regular conditioner that comes into the pump bottle. And then I will be brushing my hair with the Care Co with a K Tangle Buster. I was about to say something that was the name of another brush, but yeah, I'm using the Tangle Buster in this particular video. So the topic today that I wanted to talk about is how YouTubers actually make money. Because sometimes, you know, you're so used to being on the YouTuber side of things that you forget that the viewer may not know everything that you know, or they may not see everything in the same way that you do. So I belong to this group on Facebook that has nothing to do with hair. It's actually like a professional group. And someone commented and they were like, you know, what do some of you guys do for passive income on the side? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, I need to make a couple extra coins. And first of all, passive income is anything where you like create the thing, make the thing one time, and then you just keep making money off of it. So YouTube is totally passive income technically. Yes, I actively have to work and produce the videos, but then 5 years later, that same video is still making money, you know? So I commented, which I normally wouldn't, against my better judgment. And I was like, yeah, I do YouTube, you know, and I make about this much a month. And of course that sparked a couple of questions, as it naturally would. And because despite how many channels there are on YouTube, it really seems to be like almost there's a minority of people in real life or that you may encounter that make YouTube videos. So first of all, I got the typical what's your channel name, and I dodged that question because I don't know, I feel like if you're into my content, you'll find it anyway. And I'd rather not have people brought here just because they heard of my name or something like that and they're not into the type of content that I make. I want people who actually like the stuff that I make to come here like naturally. So that's why I tend not to tell people my channel name. But of course I got 2 other comments and they were like, how do you make money that way? Or people were like, I've always been curious how YouTubers make money. And so it never occurred to me that perhaps maybe some people really don't know how YouTubers make money, or they're really curious about it. So I asked on my personal social media, I was like, do you guys know how YouTubers make money? It was like a poll, and a lot of people answered no. I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Then a couple of people, like I had a follow-up thing where people could actually like write what they wanted to say, and some people did guess, they made guesses. And some of it was partially true, but it definitely exposed for me some misconceptions that people have about how YouTubers actually make money. So first of all, let's talk about some of those misconceptions. The first misconception is that your subscriber count makes you a certain amount of money. So people think if you have X subscribers, then you get X amount of money. Absolutely not. I wish, because I have a cute little amount of subscribers. But no. So the way that it works, as far as subscribers, the only time that subscribers matter, or subscriber count matters, is 2 times. Okay, it matters when you want to activate monetization. You have to have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers, and then you also have to have a certain amount of watch time on your overall channel to turn on monetization. Then the second time that your subscriber count matters is if you're trying to get those play buttons. Because I think the lowest one is like 100,000 subscribers or something like that. And so of course you have to reach that number to get the play button. But other than that, your subscriber count earns you no money. Also, I think some people think, well, indirectly subscribers equal views. Actually, you know what? Go to the largest YouTuber that you regularly watch, look at their subscriber count, and then find a video that's been up at least 4 weeks. So a month old video. Because after a month, all the subscribers have watched it. And then if it's getting traction outside their subscriber base, it's gotten a lot of the views it's going to get. Doesn't mean it's not going to get any more views, but you can kind of get the average number of views they tend to get by looking at that, right? So once you check that out, I'm telling you, it is not going to be anywhere near their actual subscriber count. It almost never is. Because a lot of people subscribe and don't watch. Or they subscribe and they never really go to their subscriptions page, which is where all your subscriptions are. Most people use the home page, which is that first page when you come to YouTube. So subscribers do not equal views, which brings me to the second thing that people tend to think earns money, which is the amount of views. Again, people think it's like a linear straight thing where X amount of views give you X amount of dollars. Doesn't work like this. Now I will tell you that views do indirectly earn YouTubers money, because views do have a value to them, and that value is the CPM. And you might be like, what's a CPM? Literally, CPM means cost per mil. Maybe if I turn this way, I can, yeah, there you go. And I'll just put my hair back. But yeah, so videos have what's called a cost per mil, and it's not mil as in the sense that English speakers use it, meaning a million. It's mil in the sense of other languages where it means 1,000. So it basically means the value of 1,000 views. And to further complicate that, the value of 1,000 views varies per video, varies per channel, varies per type of channel that it is. So I think they said the average CPM is like, it was pointed everywhere because it values so much. I saw $5 to $8. I saw $10 somewhere. Like, this average CPM is all over the place because there are some types of videos that have a higher CPM. See, with this brush, I tend to do smaller sections than my other brushes, and I'm gonna have to do that. I'll finish this one, but then I have to go to a smaller section because it's taking too long. But anyway, so if you have a genre where things can be sold, like it's more commercialized, like beauty, you know, then you're gonna have a higher CPM. Also, if your videos are more user-friendly, like not user-friendly, but like family-friendly, like you ain't cussing, talking about controversial or sensitive topics, you again will probably have a higher CPM. And then even though you have those things in place, every video is going to have a different CPM. So my channel tends to have pretty high CPMs, meaning I can get a certain amount of money with less views compared to some other people. I make beauty content. The content is very clean. It's very commercial. You can sell things, you know, before and after and throughout my videos. So there's this one empties video with my husband in it, and the CPM on that video was legit $30. That's very high for YouTube. But I know some of you guys are thinking, okay, 1,000 views were only worth $30. Yeah, the earnings on YouTube, if you're only making your money through what's available on YouTube, like directly, it's really not a lot of money. It's really not a lot of money. So anyway, getting to the actual what that money comes from, right? That money comes from people viewing the ads that are run on the video. So the short answer to how YouTubers make money is the ads. So the ads that you see before the video, during the video, after the video, next to the video, those advertisers paid Google, who owns YouTube, a certain amount of money to be able to have their ads displayed on the platform. That's why folks who have more friendly content and more commercial content can have a higher CPM, because these companies don't mind their ads being seen in association with those particular videos. It's all about being advertiser friendly. And so yeah, these companies pay Google the coins, and then Google gives you a small cut of that, like an extremely small cut of the money that they've been making from the ads. So I'm having difficulty getting the hair off my hands. All right, so anyway, but here's the catch to this, right? Not every view is monetized. You have to factor in people who are watching the videos with ad blockers. You have to factor in people who are not going to see every ad, because YouTube really values the user experience. And so if they feel like showing that particular user a third ad in the video would ruin the user experience, then they just skip it and don't show it to them. So just because I put 4 ads in the middle of a video or something, just throwing out a number, that doesn't mean that the individual user is going to see 4 ads. So that also creates a situation where you can't directly look at someone's view count and be like, okay, their CPM is probably this, and they probably made this, that. You can't do that, because not every view is monetized. And I know some people with ad blockers are probably like, oh no, but I want to support my favorite YouTuber and blah, 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 blah. You still can. The best thing that I think that people should do is get a YouTube Premium. And I can tell through my analytics that not a lot of my viewers have YouTube Premium. But what YouTube Premium does is it makes it to where you don't have to see any ads at all when you're on the site. As long as you're logged into your account, no matter what device you're on or anything, it completely removes the ads. And then the YouTuber gets a cut of the fees paid for YouTube Premium. My YouTube Premium earnings are very, 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 very small. So I know that not a lot of YouTube Premium people watch my content. You know, so most of my money that I make on YouTube does come from the ads, you know. But if you don't like ads and you're using an ad blocker and you want to support your favorite YouTuber, you don't have to turn the ads back on if you don't want to, but you could pay a very small fee, support your favorite YouTuber, and never see an ad. It's a concept worth looking into. So even if someone is a really, really, really big YouTuber, they probably aren't earning that much from the ads on their video. And so that is why it's not very profitable to only rely on the YouTube ads for money. Your best bet as a YouTuber is to do other things on the side, like doing sponsorships. And I know people hate sponsored videos. But sponsored videos make a lot more than the ads make. That's why people have things like super chats on, you know. Even if you give someone a super chat for like $2, that's more money than they would have got off you viewing the ads just for you. You know what I mean? It's like a fraction of a coin that they're getting from you looking at the ads. So I think it's really cool that YouTube, maybe it's because they realized it. I don't know what it's born out of, but they gave new opportunities for YouTubers to earn money on the site. So they realized that a lot of people were starting Patreons, okay? So they enabled YouTube memberships, which kind of work in a similar way to Patreon. You know, you can do like member only post, and then they get a little symbol next to your name and stuff. And then that way people are giving their money to YouTube/Google and not leaving their website, because with Patreon, people were leaving their website to go to it. And then they also enabled, you know, I mentioned the super chats and stuff like that, but if you're someone who doesn't go live, like I don't go live, right? So I would never really see the benefit from that feature. So YouTube made it to where someone like me could kind of benefit from that feature because they had this thing called Super Thanks. And Super Thanks is under all of my videos. I actually was in the little pilot test group for this particular feature. So when it was like not fully released throughout YouTube, it was on my profile. And basically what it is it shows as a heart with a dollar sign, and you can click it and then directly donate whatever amount that you want to the YouTuber. It's a way to say thanks for that video. Like maybe you really like the video or you really found it helpful or something like that. You can then give them a super thanks, you know, and attach a dollar amount to it. So I had the feature on there for a while, and honestly I thought no one would ever click that button. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it on here, whatever, ain't nobody finna click this. And so the first time someone did actually click that and give me a super thanks, I was like, me? Surely you made a mistake. You meant to get us to me? And so I was really excited and really grateful, but then I noticed the one drawback at the time was that I had no idea of knowing who gave me that money, because whenever you get the money from AdSense, it's indirect. Like, you know, someone just saw an ad and it's not personal, and so you really ain't worried about who it comes from. But the thing is, with the super thanks, that is very personal. A single person sat there, clicked that button, and felt like I needed to have that money. That seems very personal. So I'm like, for something to be so personal, I need to know who it is. I need to know who it is for it to be that personal. And so I contacted the people, because, you know, it's a tester, so they want to know your opinion and all that. And I was like, y'all need to make it to where we can tell who has given us the super thanks, because I feel really, you know, I was raised in a certain way, and this feels rude to not know who has given me this money. And so they updated it and upgraded it so that now when someone does a super thanks, it leaves a comment. And typically the comments just say thank you, so I think that may be a default. And I think they can also choose not to leave a comment, because sometimes I've seen in my analytics where I got a super thanks on a video and there was no super thanks comment. So I think people can choose to still leave it without telling you who gave you the money. So anyways, so I think that's really great they updated it that way. And again, I continue to be shocked when people kept actually giving me super thanks, like different people. It's not like one person, it's different people that just feel like, oh, thank you for the video, and then they're giving me a super thanks. You know, in my monthly YouTube analytics, there's at least 2-3 super thanks every single time. And so that is a widespread feature on YouTube now. Thank you guys for buying me a cup of coffee. Buy me a little cup of Dunkin' Donuts coffee, you know. I appreciate that, and the money does go back into the channel, you know what I mean? Like, the money that I make on my channel, and now I'm just talking about money in general, so not just the super thanks. The money I make on my channel in general goes back into my channel. It definitely covers, more than covers, the cost of the things that I buy for Black Friday, because that's how I stock up, you know, my stuff, so I can have products to review for you guys and all of that, and also just keep my hair in general good condition. And it also funds different things like, you know, upgrades to equipment and stuff. There's behind the scenes stuff. Like, for instance, the editing software that I use is a subscription, so that I can always have the newest one. I actually bought the editing software in the past, and then I was like, y'all upgrade it like every 2 seconds. So I went ahead and bought the subscription so that anytime they upgrade this editing software that I use, which I think is Power Director, is what I use. Anytime they upgrade it, I get to have the newest one. And the subscription really isn't that much. I don't really know how much I pay off the top of my head, so surely the name would be enough for someone to look it up and see how much it costs. But yeah, you guys helped me pay for that just by viewing the ads on the video. So I'm really grateful to that. And another YouTuber income behind the scenes secret is that you have to make $100 before YouTube will give you a check. So if you're a very small YouTuber who you've just made however many hours of watch time to qualify, and you got the 1,000 subscribers, and you start earning ad revenue is very little. You don't make that much on YouTube, as I've said earlier, right? So YouTube makes you wait until the money you've earned equals $100 before they will give you a check. And if you're a really small channel, which the qualifications to turn it on is typically going to be a really small channel, it's going to take forever to get that check. So I remember when I first monetized my channel, it used to take almost an entire year to get one check. One check, trying to get that $100. And then after that, I remember when I would get 2 checks in a year. I was like, oh my God, 2 checks. So it was about 6 months that it was taking me. And then the next thing from there was 4 months to get the check. So that means that I was getting like 3 checks from YouTube a year. And then it went to let me focus, people. And then it went to every 3 months. Okay, so I was getting 4 checks a year. Like, okay, cool. And then I started to get a check every other month, and I was like, yes. And it was reliable every other month. And then eventually I got to the place where I was getting a YouTube check every single month. Of course, there's still growth from there, because then the amount increases. So I'm not just getting $100 now, And so that's exciting to see the growth. I will tell you that if you're going to make YouTube videos, though, don't make them because you want to make money. I think that is the downfall. I mean, clearly I'm on here because I just want to make videos, because if I was on here to make money and to money grab, I'm not doing a really good job of it. Not with what this channel makes a month and then overall in the year. I'm not doing well enough to be up here like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill him with this, I'm gonna make so much money. I'm really not. That's why your faves may be broke. Okay. We're not making that much. But then, people want to criticize, as I said earlier, when people do sponsored videos and stuff like that. But sponsored videos make a whole lot more money than you would make from YouTube and the ads. You can make a whole lot more money from a sponsored video. And this is also why people have products and services that they sell, because them directly selling a product or service to you is also going to earn them a whole lot more money than they would get otherwise. So when you see me selling stuff, close your mouth. Just kidding. I don't have anything to sell at this moment. I firmly believe that whenever my audience starts asking me for something over and over again, and it's something that I could turn into a product or service that solves their problem or answers that question firmly for them, then I'll do it. Then I'll do it, and it'll be something that I know that the people want. Right now, my audience is not communicating to me that there is some great need that I can solve. I'm not getting that from the people. Either that or I didn't hear it. I'm not paying close enough attention. But I'm not getting that message from my audience. Because I feel like if you just launch something and you just sell something, people are, if they haven't asked for it or you know, it's not something that's like super on brand for you, people aren't going to buy it. That's why I don't do like merch, like t-shirts and bags and stuff like that, which you can do that once you, that's another way that you can make money on YouTube. They have a partnership with, I don't remember the company, but basically it allows you to put a page from that company underneath your videos, so you can have what's called a merch shelf. So you can have shirts and stuff with your logo on it, and it displays underneath your videos. Do they still have the merch shelf? I don't know. I never utilized it because I just felt like my audience is not gonna buy a shirt with my name on it or like my face on it or something. So or any like hair growth slogans or whatever. So I just decided not to go that particular route. I kind of like how Roberto Blake does it. He's a YouTuber that talks about like money and how to YouTube and stuff. And Roberto, his merch is merch that anyone would wear even if they don't know who he is. It's like just YouTube general merch. Like I think his stuff says like creator. That's what it says. Like anyone would buy that even if they don't care about Roberto Blake, you know? And I feel like there's so many like natural hair related t-shirts and stuff like that that we don't need another one in the world. We don't need me in the world trying to sell that to people. So that's why I don't particularly have any merch or anything that people can buy. I don't have a guide, I don't have a book, I don't have an e-course. I don't have any of those things. But the ways that you can support me is watching the ads in these videos or getting a YouTube premium subscription, hitting the super thanks button underneath my videos, or even, oh, doggone it, I'm on the last section and I forgot another way that particularly beauty YouTubers make money. Oh, well, I'll just make it quick. You can also support me by clicking the links whenever I link products in the description box, because these are called affiliate links. And you can either, I have an affiliate with Amazon, and Amazon don't really pay that much, and then you're limited to this stuff. And plus, as a beauty YouTuber, I'm careful about what I link on Amazon because there's a lot of like not legit stuff on there. So I usually only link Amazon if the brand has an official Amazon store, which a lot of these brands do. But I only link Amazon if it's the official store, right? So you can do that, and I get a very like teeny tiny baby half of a cent type commission. And then there's another one, it's called Magic Links, and I use Magic Links when I'm linking things like Ulta, Sally Beauty, Sephora. Those are sites I commonly link. Magic Links though has a payout where it's like $50, and it takes me 3,000 years to get $50 on there. I have been paid once before a long time ago, and I think I'm about to get paid again from them. But again, you have to wait. Just like I waited all those years to get regular checks from YouTube, I guess that's the same thing that's gonna happen with Magic Links. But, you know, as a YouTuber, you can also put affiliate links in your description box. I really hate when people don't put affiliate links, because I'm like, you're just leaving money on the table. You're really just laying money down and leaving it by not linking the things that you're talking about, or linking a regular link that isn't a Magic Link or an Amazon link. Like, people want to know, people want easy. They want to be able to click the link and they don't want to have to search for it. Like, there have been times where I didn't link something because I didn't think it was significant, and people were in the comments like, you got a link for this? Sister girl, are you gonna hook me up or no? Because I'm not gonna go search for this. I don't even know what to look for. So yeah, that's another way. So that's another way that people can support me, and you can support other YouTubers. And that doesn't cost you anything additional. The products cost what they're gonna cost, and you probably was gonna buy it anyway. So there's that. I do like about Amazon is that if you click my Amazon links, and then like maybe you come back to Amazon within 24 hours for any reason to buy anything, I still get a cut of that commission. So like, I can see the type of things, I can't see who bought it, but I can see the types of things that are bought in my analytics. And like, it'll be stuff like shoe organizer. You know what I mean? A shoe organizer. Somebody bought a shoe organizer. because they clicked your link and then probably came back to Amazon within 24 hours and bought the shoe organizer. So we give you the credit because you put Amazon on their mind. I don't know. But yeah, my Amazon analytics got all types of crazy stuff in it. So most of my money on Amazon comes from people not directly buying the things that I'm linking. It's coming from people buying other things on Amazon, just coming back to the website. So yeah. So if you've ever wondered how YouTubers make money, now you know. Now you know.